All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Momina Arshad.
May it please the court, I move that Momina Arshad be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Momina Arshad be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tanvir Ashraf.
May it please the court, I move that Tanvir Ashraf be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Tanvir Ashraf be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Vladimir Boyanich.
May it please the court, I move that Vladimir Boyanich be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Vladimir Boyanich be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Romani Deepika Bryant.
May it please the court, I move that Romani Deepika Bryant be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Romani Deepika Bryant be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Madison Ashley Campion.
May it please the court, I move that Madison Ashley Campion be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Madison Ashley Campion be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Benjamin Taylor Carl.
May it please the court, I move that Benjamin Taylor Cowell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Benjamin Taylor Cowell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shyamal Rahul Chand.
May it please the court, I move that Shanmel Rahul Chand be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Shamal Rahul Chand be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sophie Clutton.
May it please the court, I move that Sophie Clutterham be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Sophie Clatterham be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Georgia Rose Comans.
May it please the court, I move that Georgia Rose Commons be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Georgia Rose Commons be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julia Kate Cooper.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Julia Kate Cooper be admitted as an honourable member of this honourable court.
That Julia Kate Cooper be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christina Ann Beatrice Crawford.
May it please the court, I move that Christina Ann Beatrice Crawford be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Christina Ann Beatrice Crawford be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rebecca Selena Cromie.
May it please the court, I move that Rebecca Selena Cromie be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rebecca Selena Cromie be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alana Jane Dunn.
May it please the court, I move that Alana Jane Dunn be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Alana Jane Dunn be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zaguna Hila Haida Wardak.
May it please the court, I move that my sister Zaguna Hila Haida Wardak be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zaguna Hila Haida Wodak be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anita Huang.
May it please the court, I move that Anita Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anita Huang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christian Stephen Jeffrey.
May it please the court, I move that Christian Stephen Jeffrey be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Christian Stephen Jeffrey be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Alice Kosh.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Alice Kosh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rachel Alice Kosh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samuel James Lena.
May it please the court, I move that Samuel James Lena be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Samuel James Lena be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Bohan Lee.
May it please the court, I move that Bohan Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Bohan Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sujal Singh Mahajan.
May it please the court, I move that Sujal Singh Maharajan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Suzal Singh Mahajan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chelsea Ann Maish.
May it please the court, I move that Chelsea Ann Maish be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chelsea Ann Maish be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Teresa Martin.
May it please the court, I move that Isabella Teresa Martin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabella Teresa Martin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lana Taylor Masiris.
May it please the court, I move that Lana Misris be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lana Taylor Misris be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tess Angela Moran.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter Tess Angela Moran be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tess Angela Moran be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Donna Ashira Shanali Mutukuda.
May it please the court, I move that Donna Ashera Shanali Muthakuda be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Donna Ashira Shanali Mathakuda be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christy Nassif.
May it please the court, I move that Christy Nassif be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christy Nassif be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Emanuela Ines Orellana.
May it please the court, I move that Emanuela Ines Orellana be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Emanuela Ines Orellana be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Olivia Gabriela Prisiblo.
May it please the court, I move that Olivia Gabriela Prisbilo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Olivia Gabriela Prisbilo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Suzanne Kodiri.
May it please the court, I move that Susan Kadiri be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Susan Kadiri be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christian Sassin.
May it please the court, I move that Christian Sasson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christian Sasson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anisha Satyendra.
May it please the court, I move that Anisha Satyendra be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anisha Satyendra be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zongzi Shen.
May it please the court, I move that Zongzi Shen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
Let
court.
Zongzi Shen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sundrarajan. Diksha Sundrarajan.
May it please the court, I move that Diksha Sundararajan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Dishka Sundararajan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anna Stepanyan.
May it please the court, I move that Anna Stepanyan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anna Stepanyan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joshua Daniel Swan.
May it please the court, I move that Joshua Daniel Swan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joshua Daniel Swan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Brittany Tassoni.
May it please the court, I move that Brittany Tassoni be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Brittany Tassoni be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lachlan James Tax.
May it please the court, I move that Lachlan James Tax be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lachlan James Tax be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chanam Torres.
May it please the court, I move that Shanum Torres be admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court.
Let Shanun Torres be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
James Herbert Ding Trumbull.
May it please the court, I move that James Herbert Ding Trumbull be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let James Herbert Ding Trumbull be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Christina Jane Sarfis.
May it please the court, I move that Christina Jane Sarfis be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Christina Jane Sarvis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Benjamin Philip Turner.
May it please the court, I move that Benjamin Philip Turner be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Benjamin Philip Turner be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joel Xavier Tynan.
May it please the court, I move that Joel Xavier Tynan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joel Xavier Tynan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anita Pui Ling Wan.
May it please the court, I move that Anita Pui Ling Wan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anita Pui Ling Wan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Baozin Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Bao-Shin Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Rachel Bao-Sing Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zihin Wong.
May it please the court, I move that Zi-Hing Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zi-Hin Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Huate Shai.
May it please the court, I move that Hua Tai Se be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Huate Shai be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jia Yi Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that Jia Yi Xu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jia Yi Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shu Zhu.
May it please the court, I move that Xu Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Xu Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Michael Peter Yates.
May it please the court, I move that Michael Peter Yates be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Michael Peter Yates be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yao Yuan Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Yao Yan Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yao Yuan Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court. Will now be necessary for those applicants whose admission has just been moved to, as and when directed, stand and remain standing for the purpose of swearing an oath or making a declaration or affirmation. So please stand as our officiating officer directs.
Could the first two rows on my right please stand? Mamina Arshad, Tanvir Ashraf, Vladimir Boyanich, Romani Deepika Bryant, Madison Ashley Campion, Benjamin Taylor Carl, Shyamal Rahul Chand, Sophie Clutterham, Georgia Rose Commons, Julia Kate Cooper, Christina Ann Beatrice Crawford, Rebecca Selena Cromie, Alana Jane Dunn, Zaguna Hila Haidawarak, Anita Huang, and Christian Stephen Jeffrey. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
I do.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 to my right please stand? Rachel Alice Kosh, Samuel James Lena, Bohan Lee, Suzal Singh Maharajan, Chelsea Ann Maish, Isabella Teresa Martin, Lana Taylor Masiris, Tess Angela Moran, Donna Ashira Shanali Mutakura, Christy Nassif, Emanuela Ines Orerana, Gabriella Prosiblo, Suzanne Kadiri, Christian Sassin, Anisha Satyendra, Zongzi Shen, Diksha Sundararajan, Anna Stepanyan, Joshua Daniel Swan, Brittany Tassoni, Lachlan James Tax. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could the two rows to my left please stand? Turam Torres, James Herbert Ding Trumbull, Christina Jane Sarfis, Benjamin Philip Turner, Joel Xavier Tynan, Anita Pui Ling Wan, Rachel Baozin Wang, Zi Hind Wong, Huatai She, Jai Yi Zhu, Shu Zhu, Michael Peter Yates, Yao Yan Zhang. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to the Banco Court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench today, to my left, is Justice Lonergan, a judge of the Common Law Division, and to my right, Justice Kavanagh, also a judge of the Common Law Division of the Court. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice this morning. We've done so sitting on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years, and the court pays its sincere respects to elders, past and present, and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for real celebration. We up here on the bench know exactly how hard you have all worked to get here. It's a memory that never really leaves you, but the work continues. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today in court or indeed watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family and friends will have been invaluable on your journey to date. For many of you, no doubt, they have also been on the receiving end of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion. So I encourage you to take the time to thank them today for that support and, in some cases, perseverance. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you to a civilised lunch after this ceremony. The timing of this ceremony leads directly into lunchtime. In being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you join an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice dating back to the 12th century. And this court first admitted lawyers in 1824, that's 200 years ago next May. And by 1830, the names of lawyers were entered onto the rolls in this state, just as you will do immediately after this ceremony. So you follow in a long tradition. This ceremony is attended by unique formalities, including the fact, as we've just seen, that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the legal profession, and that you have each made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers. They are all, therefore, witnesses to the serious promises and undertakings that you have publicly made. In terms of tradition and formality, you will see from some of the portraits of former Chief Justices which hang in the walls of this court that we up here on the bench are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. Now, to let you into a secret, we don't wear them because they're particularly comfortable, which they're not, but we wear them for an important symbolic reason. That is, they highlight, or they help to highlight symbolically, the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales for 200 years, although the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. When I speak of continuity of the rule of law, we live in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty and insecurity that the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply a phrase bandied about by academics or of some theoretical import. The rule of law, quite simply and at its simplest, is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. And one doesn't have to look too far around the world to realise that those threats to democracy and civil society are real and not theoretical. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard. And that is so whether you practice in a court as a litigator or if you practice as a corporate solicitor or in transactional or advisory work. It is an oath that applies to you all as lawyers of this court. Whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law office, for the Aboriginal Legal Service, for a government department or agency, or in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice. And you must strive, as lawyers at all times, to uphold these cardinal values. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic, and certainly not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. We've seen in recent years, hastened by the pandemic, a shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, which has contributed to a reduction in costs in some cases and logistical difficulties for some litigants, as well as delivering greater workplace flexibility, especially for practitioners with family responsibilities and in regional and remote communities. But I do need to say this, while the increased use of technology offers a number of real advantages, the day-to-day practice of the law has human nature, human beings, and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. There have, of course, been other important changes of our profession that deserve attention in addition to those brought about by technology and the pandemic. So, for example, the composition of the profession is increasingly diverse, not only in terms of gender, but also in terms of ethnic diversity. In terms of gender, the profession has changed dramatically. In New South Wales, women were not even permitted to practice until the Women's Legal Status Act of 1918. But in truth, the acceptance and reception of female practitioners into the legal profession took many years after 19. Pleased to report that since 2018, women have made up more than half of all solicitors with a practising certificate in New South Wales and currently make up more than 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 30. And some of the most senior positions in the law in Australia are held by distinguished female lawyers, including Justice Julie Ward, President of the New South Wales Court of Appeal, our colleague, as well as the Chief Justice of the Federal Court, for example, and the Chief Justices of the Supreme Court, Courts of Victoria, Queensland, and the ACT. In addition, within New South Wales, the President of the Bar and the President of the Law Society, as well as our State Director of Public Prosecutions and the Senior Public Defender, are also distinguished female practitioners. There should also be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our rich cosmopolitan community. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our system of justice can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community and attuned to its diversity. The admission ceremonies on which I have sat since becoming a judge almost 5 years ago, including this ceremony, highlight that there is far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when we all commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and I can report that leaders of the profession and of the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn builds trust in and respect both for the judiciary, the legal profession, and ultimately the rule of law. So let me now offer a little bit of professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you will often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, maybe some more serious, and we all make mistakes from time to time. When you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility for them, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise new practitioners not to make is to fall into the trap of giving your clients the advice you think they want to hear. I can assure you that that will almost certainly not be good advice, and that they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. One of the roles of being a lawyer is to give accurate, clear, and independent advice, even if the advice is not necessarily good news for your client. Much more important that be properly and accurately informed than lulled into a false sense of optimism. Being a lawyer means that you're an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator, and sometimes an advocate. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you're not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but the law as it applies to people's lives. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will in many cases be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, or health or financial position. For these reasons, you must always strive to deliver legal services not only competently and fiercely, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. It's all part of living and working in a civilised community. In this context, I do wish to emphasise the importance of civility. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in the litigation side of practice, are confrontational. But the practice of the law can be stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as it regrettably sometimes does. So it is essential that you remember to maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you have just become members of a profession which is very different from simply a business. And remember this, the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. For a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible or difficult to understand. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, sometimes by deciphering legal complexity, other times by deciphering poor legal drafting, and sometimes simply by getting to the bottom of a messy factual situation and putting it in its proper legal context so parties' rights and obligations can be understood. So strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your writing and your speaking. To do so facilitates access to justice. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both extremely important, and we have a much better and mature appreciation of that these days. There may, and I dare say will be times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. Now, that's often because lawyers do want to go the extra mile in representing their clients, want to make sure that the advice is complete and comprehensive, want to make sure that the case is prepared, the brief is ready, and that all ends have been tied up. Now, they are admirable qualities, but as I say, they can contribute to an all-consuming and exhausting regime. So you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have from time to time, and I dare say still do, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. You should also know or remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession. And in this context, I'm going to now call on two young representatives, both of the Bar, the New South Wales Bar Association, and the Law Society, to say a few words. Mr. Charm, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Christopher Chiam, and I've been practicing at the bar since earlier this year. predominantly in commercial and administrative law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case, a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of the legal profession. I enjoy the intellectual challenge of my job and that it allows me to give expert advice to and represent people in court and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you are interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website, and each year there is a Career at the Bar open day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a new barristers committee, which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5 year barristers like me, and a diversity and equality committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association, to attract the best people to become barristers regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual preference. Whether as a lawyer or barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Mr. Puntakey, representing the Law Society of New South Wales.
May it please the court, and I thank the Chief Justice for describing me as a young practitioner. My name is Jem Puntakey, and not so long ago, I stood where you are standing today, or seated. And what a day it is. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court roll. As the final step at the end of a long and arduous journey, you should all feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. It was not always easy. Often it was overwhelming. But as I stand here today, after 10 years of working as a solicitor, I can tell you I may have learned a thing or two. One of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is an increasingly large and diverse community, and one to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, with our 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state. We are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and uphold the rule of law. In the early parts of your career as a lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial, and that is why I've been a part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers organisation over the last 10 years, and before that as a student. Here I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join committees, draft submissions and organise social activities. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will gain access to professional support, conferences, events, a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. It is the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. On my way over today, I thought to myself, what did I wish I had been told 10 years ago when I was admitted? And it is this. No matter how amazing or not so amazing your legal work is, no matter how hard you work or how little you work, over the years, as time passes, what your colleagues, who one day will be judges, senior counsel, general counsel, and other senior members of the profession and beyond, what they remember is the way you treat people. And so with that message, I leave a warm congratulations to you all. Look us up at the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers. Speak to your employer. We look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community. May it please the court.
So can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, challenging, and satisfying. And it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, of your achievements to date, and of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community. You are now a very important part of that important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. On behalf of Justice Lonergan, Justice Kavanagh, and indeed all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court, I once again congratulate you all on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.